Welcome to this week's episode of the Good Ole Gamers podcast. I'm Lyle McClendon. I'm here with Brandon Gentry.
Go fuck yourself, everyone.
Nice to see you too there, buddy.
As usual.
Yep. You seem like you're in a little bit better of a mood tonight.
I'm about, I don't know, 3 beers deep already. I don't know how much of it. Yeah, about 3 beers.
That's a mighty big beer you got there.
Yeah. Well, it's cheerleader beer. I got some real beer down by my foot, though.
I have a classy beer here and a trashy beer right here. My right
classy
hand,
and trashy.
I got an Avondale Vanillafant Porter. Very
fancy.
Very fancy. And then over here I have a Bud Ice.
Okay.
Which is gut rot. So, there you have it.
Yeah.
It's the wonderful day of August 28th.
That's right.
2015. Welcome. It's episode 23, I believe.
Yep. 23.
23.
Can't believe we've been doing it this long.
Yeah, we've been hanging in there for a minute. We're on our way. We're gonna do something special for 50.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Are we gonna do it special for 50 or for the 1 year mark? This is almost the same.
Yeah. Maybe we can combine them. I don't know. We'll do something. We're going to start it off like always with a little bit of news. We got a few things for you.
Yep.
Pretty despairing week though. There's some really just heinous ass news coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and just forewarn everybody. This episode's going to be full of intolerance. Like just to say the least.
Anger and angst.
Anger and angst, yeah. Got a lot of ranting and raving to do tonight.
Yeah. Best kind of episode.
Hell, why don't you kick us off with something this week?
Maybe I'll stop trying to drink beer with the cap on.
Should you be drinking more?
Yes. Anyways.
I got liquor over here.
Mighty Number 9 backers are going to get a demo in September as kind of a sorry for delaying it. So, if you're looking forward to Mighty Number 9, I guess you get something to put your hands on and I don't know, masturbate to.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I guess it is.
I mean, it's nice of them to at least do something.
Yeah.
For them, you know. A lot of people would have just said, fuck you.
Yeah.
Went about their day.
Well, so that's what I'm doing. I'm eventually going to get it when it's like $5.
Yeah.
Just not right now.
Yeah. Wait till the last minute.
Yeah.
It's okay.
There's always a Christmas sale around the corner.
Oh, yeah. Christmas is always right around the fucking corner.
Yeah,
So
it is. God damn it.
Yeah. Do it again. Yeah. They're letting early reviews for Metal Gear Solid 5 be done ahead of the game launch. And all across the board, 10s. Ratings are perfect. Of course.
Figures, yeah.
I just heard Emma drop a dish on the microphone in here. Very
dropping
nice.
plates.
Yep, dropping bowls on them. Anyways, of course, Metal Gear Solid 5 is going to be a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Is it going to be an $80 million masterpiece?
No, not in Konami's eyes. I think they've already deemed that, actually.
Yeah, they probably all throw darts at pictures of Hideo Kojima now.
Yeah.
A
few guys jumped out of their headquarters tower.
Have you heard about the recent releasings about what it's like to work for Konami?
Uh-uh.
Oh, man, you should check into it. There's, this is recent, so this, I guess you could categorize this as news.
It's news to me, so fuck all y'all who know about it.
Well, recently, some guy has come forward to talk about what it's like to work for Konami. And pretty much, you can't have phones or anything. I'm pretty sure you can't have, like, clocks, I think it is. Certain people can't.
Huh.
They monitor everything you do. They surveillance everything you do. There's cameras everywhere. and you got to meet strict deadlines. And they said one day you could go from being a game programmer to literally cleaning the toilets overnight.
Huh.
Like, they're a hard fucking company to work for, apparently.
Sounds like a very creative environment to work in.
Maybe that's why Hideo Kojima was just like, I'm fucking gone. He's been there forever.
Yeah.
His entire career has been at Konami, you know.
He probably had the best out of anybody.
Well, fuck yeah. He's like the Steven Spielberg of Konami.
Yeah.
You know? And he just up and bailed. So what else you got for us?
I saw that there's this Fast Racing Neo. It's a game similar to F-Zero. It's like a modern game that's more or less a ode to F-Zero. It's coming out on the Wii U later this year. It looked really awesome. Really like fluid and fast. Futuristic hover car racing.
Yeah.
Looked badass.
What's it called?
Fast Racing Neo.
I'm going to write that down. Fast Racing Neo.
It was like another reason I'm going to end up buying a Wii U.
Man, I've been getting on that train a lot recently. I'm fixing to break down by one. Super Mario Maker.
Yeah,
I'm
really thinking about getting it for the kids for Christmas. And for the kids, I mean for me.
I was fixing to say, for the kids, my ass.
Y'all going to bed at 7 o'clock tonight. Daddy's got to play Wii U.
You want it to be fucking 6? Cruel and unusual punishment.
Fuck it, they get a Wii U out of it.
Yeah. YouTube started their game, pretty much. YouTube has a Twitch out now.
I'm actually on board with this because what little I've used Twitch for, it sucks. I think Google could do way better. So
that's cool. I seen where they'd come out with it, and apparently, there's a bunch of people jumping over on that bandwagon. There'll be an app out. I'm sure there'll be an app out for like Xbox One and PS4 and everything at some point.
The only question is does Twitch have so much of a monopoly on it now that no one's going to pay any attention in a couple months? Kind of like with Google Plus. Like, everyone uses Facebook. Google Plus is way fucking better. Have you used Google Plus?
I want to say I have a Google Plus account. I just don't use it.
It's better.
Is that the thing where you put people in your circle and shit?
Yeah.
I have an account, but I've never used it. I just kind of was like, I didn't know anybody on it when I first got on it. So
I tried to switch, and no one uses it. So that's the whole point of the social networking site, is have people you know on there.
So should me and you just start using it then?
I know our friend Juice uses it like exclusively. He stopped using Facebook for it. I couldn't do it because I was on there as just me and him. I'm like, well, I like this better, but I don't know anyone on here, so whatever.
Well, I don't guess I will use it then. I'll stick with the Wonderful World of Disgrace book.
Yeah.
Facebook will tie in directly to a point on our topic.
Oh, yeah.
So, keep that in fucking mind.
I got another piece of news, kind of bleak. The developers of Trine 3 said the future of the series is now in question because Trine 3 has been getting a lot of shit for being a short game.
Really?
Trine's always is an independent game. And it's always been 1 and 2. They had 3D graphics, but they were 2D side scroller. 3, they went into full 3D mode, and because the extra costs and development time involved in that, they couldn't get the same amount of game in their development for the money that they had. They need more money to do more, basically. But it's still not a horribly short game. Like, if you know what you're doing, you can beat it in 4 hours. And it's like a $25 game. It's not a full price game.
I mean, that's still not... Yeah. That's not terrible.
I've played Trine 3, and it's fucking fun. So these people giving these guys shit can go fuck themselves.
You just go sit on a dick.
Yeah. Seriously, like, they're very distraught about the shit reviews, I guess, because they're used to getting all the raving reviews of Trine 1 and 2. Yeah. Now finally they're getting shit on. They don't know what to do about it. Kind of feel bad for them because it's a good game. Just because he didn't get the same amount of gameplay out of the old ones as this one. I mean, it's still a good fucking game and it's cheap. Fucking deal with it, people. Give them a break.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of pisses you off as being someone like you or I. I'm not as knowledgeable about shit as you are, but the college I do have under my belt and what I'm working on, it's we're tech savvy. Just put it that way. And anybody that's, knows what they're doing, programming a game and all that shit is not fucking easy work.
No, it's not.
It's tedious, it's time consuming, it takes your life over. And a lot of these people, like, these little games like this, they're not like fucking Activision. They're not like...
Oh, no.
Any of these big companies, they don't have a workforce of fucking 300 people working their ass off pushing the next game. It's like usually 2, 1 to fucking 3 or 4 people.
I can't remember
and it's
how many
just
people
so
on this,
shitty
on this
at how
team, but it's not a massive company.
the internet mafia is. They can sit there and bitch and talk shit behind a fucking keyboard.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, if you can make something that's so much better and playable, why don't you program a fucking game,
See,
it just gets on my nerves.
I wouldn't care about it if this was a bad game, but it is by no stretch of the imagination a bad game.
Yeah.
I've had my hands on it. I've played it.
But people shit talking a game will help seal its fate to a certain degree.
We might not see a Trine 4 or any expansions or anything because of this. So fuck off, people who don't like Trine 3. It's a good game. Suck a dick. What you got?
This I don't want to touch on this just a shitload because it ties in later, so I might leave it. There's some controversy over a fucking video game Facebook group I've been a part of for a few years now. Big controversy with it. We might talk about it. I'll wait till the topic, because it's a good rant point.
Yeah,
I think. Some really shitty news. I mean, good news, but still shitty that happened. Apparently, as you said earlier, there was going to be a fucking terrorist attack.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. At a fucking Pokemon tournament.
Yeah. I didn't get these guys' names, but there's a couple guys who apparently bragged online about having these guns and what they were
saying. They were pretty much told some kids they were going to be sorry. Yeah. Or some shit. They made some sort of fucking threat all over the internet.
Yeah.
With the fact that they had weapons. And they drove to this Pokemon tournament.
They were players in it.
Yeah. And the cops arrested them and found a fucking assault rifle, a shotgun, and a shitload of ammunition in their car.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the Pokemon World Championship in Boston. It's just crazy that...
You can't even go play fucking Pokemon. There will be security at Good Ole Game Fest, by the way, so you ain't gotta worry about none of that shit. I
just wonder if their butt hurt over getting beat by somebody.
Probably, the 2 kids are gonna kill everybody, fucking... Their favorite Pokemon's Magikarp. They're like, 3 Magikarps, you just might as well get Born to Lose tattooed across your knuckles. It's coming. People are fucking crazy, dude.
They are, man.
It's another good reason why it's fun just to stay at home and play video games. You run less of a risk of getting murdered in public if you stay at home and play video games.
You can get murdered, but you won't get murdered.
I mean, it's still fun to go out and do shit, but goddamn, people are crazy.
Yeah. I didn't want to get out today. You come here driving through the fucking traffic today.
Dude, it was raining so hard earlier. People were flipping the fuck out, man.
I almost don't want to say this, but it was like running track at the Special Olympics out there.
God damn.
It was bad, though.
That was bad. I'm ashamed.
You should be.
I am. I'm appalled, if you will.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
I'm not. That's about, that's all. I didn't have much news.
I got one more.
What you got?
Saw that there's a remake of Turok and Turok 2 coming to PC by Night Dive Studios. They did a remake of System Shock 2 on the PC.
Nice.
So it's just newer graphics. It's not going to be modern graphics, but it's newer, updated, better looking graphics and just better running overall, less bug fixes and stuff like that. So eventually we'll see Turok and Turok 2 re-released on PC.
Oh, did I make mention last week that Resident Evil 2 is getting remade? Did I bring that up?
Maybe.
If not, Capcom did announce they're remaking Resident Evil 2.
Was it that can, though?
I don't know.
Maybe, hold on.
Yeah, time out, folks. We
Yeah.
gotta do some research on this so we don't sound like complete fucking idiots. This was 2 days ago. Resident Evil 2 Reborn. Capcom says an official Resident Evil 2 is happening.
Okay.
Resident Evil 2 Reborn. So, yeah. Awesome. Awesome.
Oh, okay, this is what I saw. There's a Resident Evil 2 fan remake that was shut down.
Ah.
I guess because they were doing it themselves.
Well, yeah. They're like, well, good work. But not good enough. Eat a dick.
Yep.
Well, it's at this time of the segment where we shift away from all the things in the news and let Brandon do a little bit of, exert a little bit of his hostility
Yeah.
in a little segment we like to call Rage Rants.
Yep. Rage Rant. That's Rage Rant is anonymous. These fucking V for Vendetta looking motherfuckers.
You Hugo Weaving looking fucks.
Yeah, you... God damn it, that pisses me off.
Our website will be completely wiped off the fucking face of the map. Come
Bring it on, Anonymous. I don't
this
give a
time
shit.
tomorrow.
You goddamn neckbeards hiding behind your masks. Man, first of all, they ruined a good fucking movie. I love V for Vendetta. I can't watch it without feeling ashamed now. So I feel like I'm a part of this fucking group. It's just... why? Every time the 5th of November rolls around, I know I'm going to say it. The fucking anonymous horseshit all over everything.
Is it fair to relate them to like juggalos, kinda?
Yeah.
Ugh.
They're juggalos who don't like shitty music. Or maybe they do like shitty music. It's not that shitty music.
Yeah. Nothing's as bad as ICP, I don't think. That's a whole other can of worms that just got opened.
They made Guy Fawkes the Guy Fawkes mask the poster child for slacktivism. Like, anytime you see someone's Facebook profile with that fucking Guy Fawkes mask, you know this person doesn't accomplish shit in their life, and all they do is, like, spread around bullshit articles, and maybe go somewhere and hold up a sign for 5 minutes and think they're doing something.
They occupy Wall Street.
Yeah. Like, you're really sending a message hiding behind a mask, you fucking coward. I don't give a shit what you gotta say if you can't at least show your face, piece of shit.
Fuck. You really don't like these people.
No, I don't. Almost 100, I'm going to say 120% of these people are vapid fucking assholes who believe any article that aligns with their preconceived worldviews. Like, they don't put any thought into it. It's just, oh, down with capitalism. See, this article, it agrees with me, even though every fact in it's fucking wrong.
I know people that are like that. They literally... It boils down to those people that believe every fucking thing they read on the internet.
And, you know, what's hilarious is a lot of them are so...
We're on the internet. Don't believe everything we say. Even,
yeah,
you know,
don't
like,
believe this.
Fuck.
I'm lying through my teeth right
now.
A lot of these guys are so, like, anti-corporate and anti-capitalism, and they don't see the irony of posting this shit from their iPhones onto Facebook and using Google, and, you know... even their fucking masks are mass-produced in a corporate factory.
I've said that to so many of the... You know, hipster's such a fucking vague term nowadays. Like, tossing around who's a hipster and who isn't. But I know a bunch of fucking people that claim to identify with, like, the punk rock state of mind, I guess. You know, like, they identify with, like, down with fucking corporations and... Fuck your big systems and fuck your genetically engineered everything. And I'm just like, wow, put down your iPhone, you fucking hypocrite.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn.
Here's what it boils down to with corporations.
Like,
some are good, some are bad. It's like fucking
go
people.
eat out of a fucking garbage can and don't have a job if you want to fight the system. Like...
But some corporations are good, some are bad. Because they're made of people. And guess what? Some people are good, some people are bad. Stop fucking, you know...
People suck most of the time, you know? Like, that's just a cold, hard truth.
You know what's even worse is like the hacker groups that go by the moniker Anonymous. A lot of them are hacking financial institutions, which could potentially fuck with your retirement. And, you know, the day that I lose some fucking retirement money because these neckbeard fuckers living in the basement who hasn't worked a goddamn day in their life, I'm going to find them, and it's going to be bad.
I'm going to shit on them.
I want to shit on their dog. I'm going to kick in their door and shit all over their dog. Wipe my ass with their goddamn mother's face. What a...
A lot of hostility in that.
You know, these guys don't even know who Guy Fawkes is. Like I haven't.
They've just seen V.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That
That defines Guy Fawkes for them. They don't know that he was a fucking religious terrorist wanting to assassinate the King of England to instill the papacy back to the throne. You know. Is that what you want? Is that your version of freedom, you fucktards? You want a goddamn religious monarch? God damn it. I fucking hate him.
I can see the veins in your fucking forehead bulging, like...
What good do these motherfuckers do? Except for, I guess their own intellectual masturbation when they think they're doing something.
It's like the Ashley Madison thing right now.
Yeah.
That's a big fucking topic of discussion right now, is the whole Ashley Madison hack. Who gives a fuck? People cheat on their wives all the time. And the way I'm just like, I wouldn't do it. But I'm not a piece of shit like that either. You know, but even if they do cheat, it's not affecting you. It's not affecting me. I don't give a fuck. It's none of my business.
You know what? I really loathe that Ashley Madison site, but at the same time, I wish I would have thought of it first.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it is shitty. Like, it takes a fucking, it encourages you to, be unfaithful to your spouse.
Yeah.
It's a fucking piece of shit.
But you know what? Facebook's free. It don't cost you $250.
And that's all people fucking use it for.
Yeah, looking at their, old high school crushes on there. Like,
yeah, can't believe her. Yeah. I caught myself where I just threw us in, a dark territory. But, yeah, they creep them. They're just when they're not fucking beating off to their World of Warcraft, they're...
I gotta take something back. There is one good thing that I've seen Anonymous do. They hacked ISIS before in, terrorist groups. If they did nothing but that, I'd be all about it. Good job for that. But, don't be go hacking financial institutions because you watched the Michael Moore movie. That's my fucking retirement you're messing with, asshole. That I worked my ass off for. Fuck you and everything you stand for.
Is that Rage Ran over then? No.
Yeah, we got to put a stop to it because of Anonymous. The next time humanity faces a crisis, we're just gonna roll over and push the fuck out because we're just gonna be full of people that think running around with a mask and typing, changing your Facebook profile to a Guy Fawkes mask is really gonna do something.
People are fucking stupid.
Yeah,
I think a lot of the Anonymous shit, it's a hipster thing, man. It's just the trendy thing. You're like, fuck the system. I remember.
Yeah.
And, a lot of these people, I'm like, you probably can barely turn on a computer. What the fuck makes you think you're going to hack
You know what's
one?
really hilarious? A lot of the people I've seen that do this rely on the government for their, day-to-day life. They get food stamps and welfare and all that kind of shit. What the fuck? If they took out the system, you would starve to death. You dumb piece of shit.
See, people don't think about that shit.
No.
So everybody's so goddamn dependent on their technology and shit now. Us and we're video game people. Point finger at us. Well, you're a video game podcast.
I'm very dependent on technology. I don't give a shit.
I am too, but I wouldn't de-evolve back to a goddamn primordial man.
Yeah.
If I lost all my fucking technology.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I
know how to fucking get encyclopedias and go to the library and all that good shit.
And it was funny is I had a waiter the other night he was obviously trying to work for some tips, but he was like, yeah, and I got a new computer and I finally upgraded. And this guy sounded like he went from fucking Windows 3.1 to 10. And he's like, I didn't know you could do all this. Sometimes I like getting in the Webster's Dictionary and look up word definitions. I find that fun. And everybody was like, what the fuck's wrong with this people? And I'm like, that's how you should be. The more you learn, the more you fucking earn.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I just quoted that fuck off YouTube.
These are the same fuckers that are wanting $15 an hour to flip burgers.
Don't even get me started on that shit, dude. I had a very disgruntling experience at a fucking drive-thru the other day. And I felt like that bitch that punches the window out of the place as they fuck her chicken nuggets up.
Yeah, she's like, you don't want to see my final form.
Yeah. She's either going to turn into a Super Saiyan or a succubus. One of the fucking two. Ugh, aggravating.
But yeah, that's Rage Rant. Fucking Anonymous.
Yeah. So, fuck y'all, I guess.
Yeah.
We're
Pack my shit. I don't give a shit. All my stuff's protected. I don't care. Do it. I fucking dare you.
My house is just gonna go. Woo. Just everything's gonna die. I'm like, well, we're anonymously fucked now. And I ain't even gonna try saying that word. I've had too many.
I've done flip Blizzard Squad off. I'll flick Anonymous off too. I don't give a fuck.
Blizz Kid's probably a Jizz Kid's probably a member.
Just kidding. Hope he still listens.
98. I do too. You little jizz mopper, you. Anyways.
So what's next?
I'm gonna go ahead and do this evening's Arcade Arcana.
Do it to it.
Arcade Arcana is a little segment where I pretty much try to tell you about an arcade game you may or may not have played, but usually something you probably haven't played. So, I've been back and forth over what I was going to do this week, and I've made a decision for the most part. This week's is pretty much, it's a Japanese-only game, but you can get it on MAME. But it's based on one of my favorite series, as I've talked about before, Alien. And it's Alien 3. Not the greatest movie on the planet, but pretty fun games. Like the SNES, Genesis versions are really good. NES can suck a dude. Game Boy, suck a dude. It's terrible. But this one's called Alien 3 The Gun. It is an arcade on-rail shooter made by Sega. And it came out, it was built on Sega System 32 hardware, which was that was their real popular shit in the early 90s, like Virtua Cop was on, and
Sega's one of the few companies that get the on-the-rail shooter right. So,
oh yeah, man, House of the Dead.
Yeah.
Enough said, you know, like House of the Dead's one of my favorites. But this one plays like a mixture of, it's kind of like House of the Dead, but it's more like Terminator 2. You know, T2, the arcade game?
Yeah.
It's more like that, kind of like Operation Wolf. Like, it doesn't use like the polygons and shit. It's like static 2D images, but the way they're done, you know, with the arcade hardware, it's badass.
Yeah.
It pretty much, it's an alternate take on the third movie, and it only, like, it's not a direct translation of the movie, pretty much. It's loosely associated with the story. The machine itself, though, has two guns. It's the rail guns, kind of like in Aliens, you know how the pulse rifle looks?
Yeah.
It's pretty much like two pulse rifle flamethrower guns, pretty much. And the guns, they have a cooldown rate. They can overheat when you're shooting them. So you have to, you know, plan your bursts and shit strategically. Pretty much, you know, you want to keep it down to like a burst of 3 or so. You have the ability to upgrade your firepower through the game. You can get a fucking flamethrower and all that badass shit. The plot of the game pretty much is you play as the Marines. You're sent out on a rescue mission, and you go aboard a ship, and it's the Sulaco, which is the ship from Alien, and pretty much you're just fucking repeatedly attacked by aliens and like hordes of them. You know, you have two guys. You crash on the prison planet that Ripley's on in the third one, and of course you gotta you rescue prisoners, fight your way through the shit. There's all kinds of weird variations of the aliens, of course. There's like giant face huggers, weird animal offshoots similar to the action figures that we grew up with. Yeah. You know, like they have the bull alien, snake alien, all that bullshit. There's boss battles, like giant boss battles and shit. You fight robots and androids as well, you know. It ties into like the Weyland-Yutani Corporation, which is the company. If you're familiar with Alien movies, you know they're present through all that. That's the company in Prometheus.
Yeah.
That, you know, funds the Prometheus to actually fly to the fucking engineer planet or whatever you want to call it.
That movie got a lot of shit, but I actually kind of enjoyed that one.
I liked it too, man. And, you know, a lot of people were really confused over it. But it makes kind of sense in a way.
Yeah. I mean, I like the way it tied in. I didn't consider it an alien movie.
It's not.
But the way it tied
Prometheus 2 will be more an alien movie.
Yeah.
But I liked certain things about it.
Yeah, I did too.
We went and watched it in IMAX 3D. And
I bet that was sweet.
It was fucking amazing.
That's one of those. Last Halloween, I watched with my stepson. I figured that was a good one for him.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I
would have loved, like, Prometheus is one of those movies. If Prometheus had come out when we were younger, I would have fucking loved that movie.
Our heads would have exploded. Like,
yeah, man.
We just went outside, like, running around without heads. Like,
dude, that surgery scene where she has that's fucking rough. But anyways,
back to Arcana.
Sorry. Alien 3, the gun, though, it's really fun. It's a good shooter. It's hard for me to describe it, and you get imagine Operation Wolf, or if you ever played like Alien Trilogy on PlayStation or Saturn, it's like that, but it's fixed on rails. It's a Sega rail shooter, like you said earlier. Sega has that shit down pat.
Yeah, they do.
It's really fun though. You can find it on MAME, and I would suggest if you can find it, look it up, play it. If you are fucking lucky enough to find a cabinet, by all means, I'd recommend it. I've wasted a few hours, so check it out.
I want to eventually get me some cabinets, but some shooters with guns are the ones I really want the most, because you can't emulate that experience too well. Like, you'd have to go out of your way to get a gun, and it still won't be the same.
Then you gotta get a CRT monitor the gun's gonna work with and shit.
Yeah, so that's one of the few types of cabinets. Those and racing cabinets.
I know somebody in Huntsville's got a House of the Dead cabinet that's been refurbed for sale. It's nice, but a little too nice for my blood.
We got a. Was that it for Arcade Arcana?
That is it for Arcade
We got
Arcana.
a Vault Game of the Week.
We do have a Vault Game of the Week. The nice people down at Vault want us to plug Battletoads and Double Dragon for NES this week. Sweet. A rare title, by the way, too. It is. It is.
How much does a copy run you?
$85.99 at Vault.
Oh, well, that's not too bad. I mean, it's a chunk. Don't get me wrong,
but it's
not Little Samson.
It's a fucking great game, though. Like Battletoads, I remember that coming out and being just like, Battletoads and Double Dragon. Double Dragon's a hard fucking game. Battletoads is an impossible game. Yeah. This is a fucking impossibly hard game. Like, so good though. It's really weird. I remember at the beginning of that game, you're fighting on top of a spaceship, and those fucking clown hand things like come out of the fans and just like slap you around and shit. Yeah. They're like tethered by balls, pretty much. Colored balls. But
yeah, that's one of them games I've written it on numerous occasions as a kid, and I wish I would have kept.
Oh yeah, no shit. You get it for $30-$40 back then. That's a $100 game. Yeah. It is a good one though. Battletoads is a great game. Double Dragon is a great game still.
If you're a fan of beat 'em ups,
combining both,
you got to get this game.
Oh yeah, it's out for Genesis and SNES as well. I don't know if they cost as much as the NES, but Vault does have a copy on NES. Okay. So, like always, if you're relevant to North Alabama, Coleman in particular, go check Vault out. If not, you should still find a way to check them out. Call them. They're going to
be at a Good Ole Game Fest.
They are.
September 26th.
Actually, a few of our prizes are going to be
gift cards.
The tournament prizes are going to be gift cards, Vault. You come out to the tournament, win, get you a card to go, get you some swag, some games. Like Vault, Vault's got a great selection. If they don't have it, they can get it for you. Yeah.
I'm not a console guy anymore, and they got shit I want. Like, I go in there wanting shit I don't need to get.
Yeah, they got a great, like, they've, I'm not just blowing smoke up their ass, but out of all the mom and pop shops that I frequent, like, and go around, they've got the best,
Yeah, they do.
Atari 2600 all the way, Xbox One, PS4. The only thing I think I've never seen in Vault's like fucking Neo Geo products, and I've never seen Neo Geo products in person anywhere in Coleman. Yeah, never. I I think I know of like fucking 2 people around here that may own one. And they had to pay out the ass for it, you know.
Yep.
But yeah, Battletoads Double Dragon Vaults Game of the Week. Check them out. They're going to be at Good Ole Game Fest.
They're going to be selling some stuff.
They're going to have a vendor table set up, selling some stuff. Like I said, the gift cards will be prizes in the tourneys. Come out and get some shit. They'll have some games and some consoles.
And another Good Ole Game Fest update. They were about to order some trophies, some custom trophies for the tournament.
Indeed.
So it's going to be pretty sweet.
We've narrowed it down to the tournament-wise.
Yeah.
Melee, Smash Brothers Melee and Mortal Kombat X are going to be the 2 big tournaments.
Yeah.
Pokemon Red and Blue, if we have enough people pre-register for it, it'll happen.
Well, it'll have on-site registration too.
Yeah. We're going to do pre-registration for all the tournaments, but we're going to have like a cap on how many people can get in.
Yeah.
But we're going to do a pre-register. And for example, if the cap is 20 and we only have 10 pre-register, there'll be on-site registration as well.
Yeah.
For what's left. We're also going to have an on-site list where if you want to play something, suggest it, you know, and we can get it going.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like if you want Mortal Kombat 2 and there's 10 of you that want Mortal Kombat 2, write it on the list and we'll set it up and let y'all duke it out.
Yeah, and I think we'll probably do those as free tournaments.
Yeah.
Because we won't have to prize for
we ain't going to charge nothing for anything like that. It's slowly coming together.
Yeah.
And it'll be here before you know it. We're working. So if y'all know anybody that's got arcade cabinets and you're listening, help.
Yeah.
We couldn't. It wouldn't hurt us to have a couple more.
Old TVs.
Yes, that's a big plus. We need about 22 TVs. I think we got maybe 12 spoken for us. Need about 10 to 12 more is what I'm going to say. So if it's got any old CRT televisions that's listening, that would be a big help to us.
Yeah.
And we would be mucho appreciative. Well,
time for the topic.
You wanna tell them what tonight's topic is?
Tonight's topic is Maximum Over Rustle version 2, with much better sound quality than version 1, which is kind of a train wreck.
Just go back and listen to it though, and you can see the distances we have traveled between then and now.
That one was our extremely awful one, though, that we had that bug with.
Yeah. We had a lot of issues with that one.
Yeah, we gotta swap it under the rug, so don't go listen to it. It didn't happen. It don't exist. Fuck you.
Okay, but never mind. We're pretty much going to just talk about some of the things that just chafe our ass in gaming.
Yeah.
More along the lines of some maybe experiences we've had. I know mine all involves just some dealings with some shady motherfuckers I've had. Stuff like that. One thing I was talking about earlier, and I feel like a dip dong because I don't fucking know how to pronounce this. I'm gonna let you. Okay, I did find it. I'm gonna let you read it and let's just see. Okay, what I'm getting at, so I'm just not fumbling on my words. There's a fucking Facebook group that I've been a member of for a few years now. And for the most part, I've had some decent luck up there. I've bought a couple things, sold a couple things, I've done some trading with people. You know, just your basic shit.
Yeah.
Well, the guy that started this name, or the thing, his name is Quack Fam. He's this little Asian dude from fucking Texas.
Of all places.
That started this.
He's one of the 3 Asians in Texas.
And the group is called... I'm trying to... Damn it. Hold on, I can tell you right now. The group is called Trade, Sell, Collect, Retro, and New Video Games and Toys is the name of the group. Has 8,500 members. I'm a member of it. It's a closed group. Pretty much what it is it's a trading website over Facebook. You know, you can sell or trade your retro games and shit, just like the title says. trade, sell, collect, retro, and new video games and toys. Okay, well, they started a subpage using this fucking group. And it takes... And there's actually 2 subpages. There's one, and then there's version 2.0. But they take and make a word out of the name, and it's called, I guess you would call it...
Want me to take a stab at it?
Tescran? You can unplug that phone and look at it.
Yeah, it's just like a... They need to, like...
It's a stupid fucking name.
They need to hire somebody that works for the government, because they always have acronyms that make sense.
Yeah, like their acronym is confusing.
Yeah. Tesseract.
I don't know.
Tesseract.
They call it T-Scran or something like that on the internet. I don't know what the fucking...
Tscranvgat raffle.
Yeah. Well, they don't.
Raffle.
They didn't call it a raffle, but it's Tescran or whatever. Game Wheel is the name of their page. What these people would do, for example, if they wanted to sell $100 cart, they have a Super Nintendo game worth $100.
Mm-hmm.
They sell off slots on a wheel, supposedly, for like $1 a slot. So if it's a $100 game, it's $1 slot. You got 100 slots that are applicable. When they get the money to pay for the game, they use a randomizer on the internet and would do a live video of whoever, and draw a name. Whoever won it, got it. Well, some of these people did win. And, there's been a lot of question about this shit because it's pretty much gambling.
Yeah.
Essentially.
That's what raffles are.
It's a raffle, yeah. And, raffles usually pull in more money than what they need.
Yeah.
You have a $100 TV, you sell $500 worth of tickets.
Well,
that's how raffles make money.
Yeah.
So, people have been like, well, I wonder about this shit, and all this. And, they have strict things on PayPal against that kind of shit. So, everything that you did, like if you bought a slot, you have to send your PayPal payment as a gift.
Yeah.
To a friend, to get around it.
I will say that dealing with digital goods, that's how I've had to do it too. Like when I've bought wheeled and dealed hats on Team Fortress 2, you do it as a gift. Not only because of what you're talking about, because PayPal won't cover digital goods at all. And also, if you send it as a gift, you pay all the transaction fees.
Ooh, well, that's no good. But,
well, it's not much, but still.
Yeah. Well, anyways, there's been a lot of questions surrounding this shit. And, as criminals do, and I say that term loosely, because,
alleged criminals.
Allegedly. This is all alleged. And this is all supposedly happening.
We have to cover our ass.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're not. Everybody is fucking innocent until proven guilty by court of law. So.
But they fucking did it.
But. But these guys, anyways, so. People have fucking. They've questioned the validity of this, And they've had some pretty big games up on there before. Okay, what's something that most alleged criminals do? They get stupid.
Yeah.
And try to go bigger, and that's how they get fucking caught.
Right, it starts with smaller petty shit, and then they just keep on pushing the boundaries.
Okay, so take a guess at what these motherfuckers posted to go on their game wheel to buy a chance to win.
No clue.
What it just, in the grails of video game collecting, what is the one thing you wouldn't expect to see a fucking raffle for? The hardest to find thing in the fucking gaming period.
Shit, I couldn't tell you.
A Nintendo World Championship cartridge. A gray one. An original 1990 NWC cart.
Huh.
The buy-in that it costed to get started was $13,500, which is cheap. These things
that's just for a chance to win, right?
No, that was what they had to have to do the drawing. I don't know how much it was. Maybe it was like a $5 buy-in or 10.
Okay.
I'm not sure about all that. I'm shitty on my facts on it, but I do know they posted this thing, and they had to get like $13.5, which is, like I said, that's relatively cheap for one of those. Those things sling for like, I'm not sure exact total, but like between 20 to 30 G's.
God damn.
For a gray one. The gold ones go for even, the ones Nintendo Power gave away, they go for way more. But anyways, somebody wins this thing. And there's a bunch of weird shit about it. The person that won it done an unboxing video on YouTube. The fucking camera, it's filmed with a cell phone. The cell phone's straight up. So the sides are cut off.
Yeah.
And all you see is a hand opening the box and pull the card out. That's all you see. You don't see no person, none of that. And the person that won it was a new member. It was somebody that just had been added to the group. Well, come to find out, there's been users. The admins of this fucking group aren't supposed to be able to use it. First and foremost, that's a rule, by the way. The admins aren't supposed to be able to enter, because they could rig it.
But they did.
They had fucking fake profiles that they were using to enter on.
That figures.
So all this shit's coming out. Well, this shit operates out of Texas. It's a big motherfucking no-no in Texas to run a raffle. It's like running gambling across state lines. That's a big fucking, that's federal crime. That is a fucking federal crime. And I'm kind of just like, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Technically, anybody that's ever fucking played it could be implicated along with them.
Yeah. I probably won't get them, but...
all the admins, though, too, like that Quack Fam guy on several occasions has referred to the admins as employees.
Oh.
That right there makes it a whole fucking different ballgame, But that's like... it pisses me off. Because I'm like, they're fucking people.
Yeah.
And they're all off Facebook now. I'm like, oh, we received death threats, shit. I'm like, that happens when you start fucking with people's money.
Yeah.
And their intentions and shit, And I'm just, it really pisses me off. Because I'm just like, you motherfuckers get innocent people involved in this bullshit, knowing exactly what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
How fucking dare you, you stupid motherfucker. Like, that just, you're shitting on people. And I'm just, which, a lot of it too, and I'll go ahead and say this, you kind of got to be a little bit of a fucking idiot too to just randomly throw money to something that you don't know exactly where in the fuck it's going. Yeah. And I'm not saying everybody that's done it's an idiot, because like I said, some people have won. But, like, I would definitely do some major investigation before I just started fucking throwing money out. And if you're at least smart at all, you're going to realize, well, raffling is gambling.
Yeah. And
gambling's only, like, fucking legal in a handful of places.
I have done it on Team Fortress 2 for a hat, which actually won the raffle, the only one I ever did. But it was also by, like, some guy who was really established in the community and things like that. And it was, low cost. I'm like, what the hell? I'll do it. Ended up winning it, but, you gotta be careful with that shit.
Yeah, man. Like, it just pisses me off, man.
Quack Fam. Oh, goddamn son.
He's a big quack of shit.
I knew that fucking drum.
That's
I knew you get that sound.
He was like, he tried. I actually had some dealings directly with this guy one time. I posted that fucking Earthbound I had on there, and this dude is like blowing me up, and he's like pretty much talking to me like I don't know what the fuck I have, and he's like, oh, it's an uncommon but not necessarily rare RPG, and I'm like, I know that, and he's like, but I could probably do maybe $60 for the label. And this, I ain't just saying it because it's mine. The label is fucking flawless on this thing. I ended up getting 180 out of it, out of another dude. From the same fucking group, mind you. he like tried messaging me, and then like when I told him, I was like, man, that's a lowball price. He just like was kind of like telling me that I didn't need to be getting on there and setting a price higher than what eBay, and that's how people get banned from his group. And I'm just like, fuck you, man. Like, ban me from your goddamn Facebook group. It's no skin off my ass. Like,
that's pretty
I'm not letting my shit be governed by some little fucking twerpy ass nerd that runs a goddamn Facebook group.
Ooh, whoopty shit.
Like, whoopty fucking do. You started a Facebook group. You're not some big shit. You're not running a big multi-million-dollar fucking company or something. You know, eat a dick.
I'm pretty sure there are literally profiles that are profiles of shit that have more members in that group. So
yeah,
like I'm pretty sure.
Gotta be.
I don't even know. I'm just blowing this up my ass. I bet there's a profile that's like shit, or you know, a pile of crap or something. It's probably got like 10,000 likes.
People are so fucking dumb, dude. Well, what's something that just frustrates the shit piss out of you?
Man, I almost feel liking after all that, because that's some real heavy shit there. I'm going to get into some more trivial things.
I got more coming, so get ready.
I've been playing a lot of Rocket League lately. Really,
I've heard a lot of good things about Rocket League.
I think we're going to stream that tonight, if all possible. Really fucking fun game. But it has a lot of spammers in it. And this is what I was wanting to talk about. In Rocket League, like I play on an Xbox 360 controller. And the D-pad is shortcuts to like pre-made chat options, like, you know, great shot and things like that. And man,
follow me,
motherfuckers! Like every time you do anything on the game, they just fucking go nuts on that D-pad. Like I don't know,
just like spam posts like fucking 50 lines of text.
They're entering the fucking Konami code on it. This is fuck off with that shit. God damn it. Every time you make a goal or someone makes a shot, you ain't got to give a whole fucking paragraph of shit about it. I don't give a fuck. Let's play the fucking game. Don't block off half my goddamn screen with this shit. Stop fucking doing it.
Punk ass. Well, GTA 5 has a similar thing. There's a trend of people letting their little motherfucking kids play GTA 5. And all these little kids will be like, I'm 18 years old. And I'm like, no the fuck you're not. Your parents a piece of fucking shit. Get off of the goddamn Xbox. You're going to grow up and be a piece of fucking shit too. Like, stop. You know, and they'll get on there and they be little fucking hellion brats. And just like scream and yell into the microphone. And it's so goddamn annoying. I'm just like, really, Rockstar needs to come up with a way where you gotta show your fucking driver's license to play this game or some shit.
I haven't encountered that in a lot of games. Like,
I mean, yeah, that's every game, but God, like that's another gripe.
PlanetSide 2 has voice chat. If you don't disable it, like you can hear people in your proximity talking. You can hear people in your team talk or in your squad, all that kind of shit. But the proximity one is what I'm talking about here. If you're near somebody, you can hear their voice chat. And, like, someone will die, and if I'm playing a medic, they'll just scream, hey, medic, heal me, bring me back, medic, 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 medic. I'm like, fuck you, there's people shooting at me, I can't heal you right now, because they're going to kill me, you dumb piece of shit, shut the fuck up.
I got called a certain F word and N word playing Mortal Kombat X the other night, and it was some fucking white kid, of course, but the kid was playing Sub-Zero, and all the little I'm tempted to call him what he called me, but the little fucking asshole he would fucking freeze me, slide into me, hit me with the hammer. And that's all he kept doing. He's being repetitive, so I'm playing his hair in black, and I'm just like, fuck him. So I just start sweeping him. And he's like, you spamming motherfucker, hope your mom dies, and saying all this shit. I become so enraged, I put my headset on, and I said a few choice words myself. And I was like, I was pretty much short of just saying I'm going to break into his house and rape and kill his mother. Like, pretty much. And I was just like, you need to learn how to play somebody other than Sub-Zero, you stupid mongoloid motherfucker. I'm like, you probably can't hit that goddamn button because you got 2 thumbs, you son of a bitch. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I was so fucking mad, dude. Like, I just almost rage snapped my controller in half. And it was just some little fucking douchebag talking to me over there. That's why that's why I don't ever wear a headset. Because I'm just like, I get too fucking angry and want to say too much. I almost turn off
voice chat in all my games because I can't stand it.
I do. It's fucking terrible noise that kills the shit out of the video game.
Yeah. Like, if I do voice chat with people I know, I'll usually do it. I'll set up my game to where I only hear them, or I'll do it with the program outside of the game, so I ain't got to hear the people inside of the game. Because they're usually useless pieces of shit that's going to do nothing but try to ruin your fun.
Yeah.
And these are the fucking people who joined Anonymous. Like, these are the people hiding behind their monitors and or Guy Fawkes masks, just thinking they're hot fucking shit because they're, you know, they're anonymous. They're not going to be held responsible for the shit they say. They suddenly grow a pair of balls.
That's true.
Another one is Rage Whispers in the games like PlanetSide 2, because I'll disable my voice chat. Like I said, they can still talk to me via text. So, like, I'll kill some... Good example, I killed a guy in PlanetSide 2, you know. And PlanetSide 2 is a game with hundreds and hundreds of people. I killed a guy, it's fucking nothing, you know.
Yeah.
It's one guy out of hundreds that I could have killed. He's just, you know, there for me to earn certification points, you know.
Yeah.
He starts whispering, "Oh, you ain't got no skill. You just playing a heavy." He was playing a light assault, which has like a jetpack and flies around and does shit. But you're just playing a heavy. You skillless player. For the next fucking hour, this guy made it his mission to hunt me down and kill me. Like wherever I went, he was following me, and it was funny. I was actually running. I wasn't involved in the major base battles at this point because he was singling me out.
Yeah.
And I was running like over mountains and shit. And I would see his little character boost over the mountain in his jetpack, and I just sniped the fuck out of him with my machine gun. Because I know how to control my burst fire, unlike half these fuckers. And he'd send me more of these fucking messages. And eventually, if I remember right, I told him some really choice words about how his mother probably thought he was a disappointment, and rather him just ended up being a brown stain on the mattress, and then I blocked him and logged off.
Nice.
But God, why can't people just take a loss and move on?
It's a fucking video game, man. Like,
Yeah.
People lose their minds over that shit, man.
I play video games to unwind. Like, if I'm getting mad about a game, I'll just quit. Like, you know, this has obviously gone too far. It's elicited some negative emotions in me. I need to get off of here.
People are fucking crazy, dude. That's like the recurring theme of the episode is people are just fucking lunatics.
Yeah.
I can't play Mortal Kombat. I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm not no Billy badass at all. And I'm not even that great, but I'm a decent Mortal Kombat X player.
That's most of the games that I actually take time to play.
And
I'm above average, but I'm not great.
Them people act like you just fucking beat their mother to death. Like, and then you really do want to beat their mother to death afterwards.
For making so it's a piece of shit.
Yeah, like, I'm just like, what the fuck were you huffing when that got fucked into you? Like, you know. Who was cuckolding you? Just fucking banging the night away, I guess.
What else you got?
Dude, I wanted to touch on a shady dude in particular. I've had some dealings with before. He's known pretty well throughout our community. We'll just call him Asshole X.
Okay.
Like Mr. Asshole X. This guy, he's a reseller, pretty much. I already don't have shit for resellers usually. Especially the motherfuckers like, there's a guy that frequents a place I go to, and this dude has a shitload of money. This ain't the same guy I started out talking about, by the way, but this dude, little side story, he has a shitload of fucking money. Like, by a shitload of money, the dude's fucking rich. He literally goes between fucking, like, here and Tennessee and up north and shit. And, like, hits every place in between and buys up every copy of everything good. Whether he's got 5 copies of it or not, he'll buy it. He's a fucking hoarder. like holds on to like 5 and 6 copies of the same game.
That sucks.
You know, and that's kind of a fucking dick thing to do because you're not the only fucking one that likes collecting the shit.
Yeah.
And all you're doing is
fucking the price.
Making the price go up and fucking holding out and keeping somebody else from it. Fuck you.
You know, if you got that much money, buy it off eBay.
Exactly.
You can afford to pay the... I wouldn't waste my fucking time if I had that money to go back and forth and do all this shit. I would just buy the shit off eBay and be done. You know, actually play some of the fucking games that I own.
Yeah. Well, this dude like pops off about his collection, but anyways, he's not the main dude in focus.
He's not Asshole X.
Yeah, Mr. Asshole X is... Just to tell you a little bit of background history on this guy, and I'm not going to name even the game that was found, because he still does live around here, and certain people's going to know who I'm talking about, but this one game was found, this one game that was found was worth quite a bit of money, and got sold to a private party over the internet. Okay, this same game got sold like 5 fucking times to 5 different people over the internet, and
this before.
The whole PayPal money deleting profile scheme shit was used pretty much. Well, this guy pretty much, he's tried fucking me over before, you know, and I know people he has fucked over. He's just a sketch fucking dude. He posts this big fucking tirade on Facebook the other day on all the boards that I'm, you know, on one of the boards I follow. And he posts this big tirade about how he got on Craigslist to go do some stuff. And pretty much the guy on Craigslist was just trying to see where the lowballers and scum sacks were, essentially.
Troll bait.
He was troll baiting, exactly. We got him. And he proceeds to get on Facebook and just bitch and fucking moan and whine about him getting fucked over. And I'm just kind of like, and some other guy actually did say something. But I just, you know, I wanted to first, but I didn't want to start no shit. I just kind of want to be like you've never fucked anybody over.
Yeah.
You know, like you've never done that to anybody. And I'm like, now you're going to get in here and whine and bitch because some fucking dude didn't want to take your shit ass offer of $100 for all of his crap. Fuck
That's what
you,
I was going to say.
dude.
It started off with him trying to fuck a guy, right?
Yeah. I mean, he was like... And it's, of course, in his thing, he posted all this bullshit to justify his means, but he pretty much was just like... He knew what all this guy had. It was like, oh, I'll give you $150. I'm just like, one of those fucking games alone... One of those games was Earthbound. I'm just like, that alone, I get you $150. Inbox, Final Fantasy 3 and shit. And I'm just like, dude, come the fuck on. Like, everybody knows what the fuck you do. Don't get on here pulling a pity plea. You know, like, fuck you.
And also, I ain't got no problem with people bargain hunting.
Fuck no. That's how I've got the majority of my shit.
But don't bitch and moan when someone calls you out on it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's part of it. Some people know what they got, some people that don't. And... You know, that's like, the market.
You know, this said game that I said was bought earlier that was sold, that was a bragged about topic. It was posted about, and it was bragged about how much was paid for it and how much money it yielded. So I'm just like, dude, what the, like...
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do a victory lap about it. Like,
don't sit here and brag about fucking somebody and then turn around and bitch when somebody does the same thing to you.
Yeah.
Fuck you, you hypocrite. Like, you're the reason that gaming sucks for a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's why, retro gaming especially, it brings out the sleaze bags, I've noticed. Like,
anything where you got to do some willing and dealing in will bring out the sleaze bags.
Oh, yeah. Money talks.
Yeah, it sure as hell does.
What else you got?
I got more petty online shit. Like, you can bring them these heavy fucking topics of people fucking each other in the ass without lube. And I'm like, this guy called me, a motherfucker in a game.
A purse-snatching vandal.
This guy insulted my honor in an online video game.
I'm going to draw a digital sword and defend myself. Cleave him in twain.
Accusations. Do you know what accusations are?
I do not.
When you beat someone's ass and they accuse you of being a hacker. This has happened to me a shitload in online gaming. Because people are too, I don't know, conceited and narcissistic to realize that there's other people better than them in the world. So that whenever they get killed, they immediately think, oh, he's not better than me. He cheated.
He cheated.
So many of these motherfuckers, I kill them and all points bulletins, the number one worst, because it had all the hackers in it at one point. But other games, Team Fortress 2, any game just any game that's online. Even games that are unreasonably hackable, like Rocket League's one. I actually was accusated a couple nights ago in Rocket League. I'm like, how the fuck can you hack that game? There's no aiming. There's no score system I can manipulate. It's literally a ball we're knocking around with the goddamn cars. How the fuck can I hack that, you retard?
Somebody was like, well, you can.
I guess the only thing I could think of in Rocket League is you could get infinite boost, but I obviously didn't. So, anyways, yeah, learn to take a fucking loss, people. I don't think our listeners are these kind of people, so I don't mean to direct that at y'all, but sometimes there are people in the world that are better than you. I've realized this a long time ago. It made my life a lot easier realizing that there's people better than me in the world.
You don't shit pure excellence all the time.
Yeah. And this is something that actually made me a lot better at Magic the Gathering, is learning that there are people in the world better than me, and instead of getting mad, taking a moment to think about what I did wrong, how were they better than me, what they did right, things like that. And you get
strategically plan for later, man.
Yeah, I've learned way more from my losses in life than from my gains. That's just generally how it goes. If you get butthurt and throw around insults and accusations in this case, every time you lose, you're never going to learn anything. You're never going to get better.
You're going to keep being a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Pure and simple.
Yeah. Man, this pisses me off so bad. Especially in these types of games, these first-person shooters, if the person who's killing you isn't doing anything suspicious at all, you don't see him snapping, which is, instantaneously turning 360 or 180 degrees or something like that.
Yeah.
Or shooting through walls or knowing your location at all times, things like that are suspicious. Don't accusate. Don't accusate them at all unless you see something extremely fucking...
Just quit being a bitch is pretty much the general statement. People are too goddamn offended by shit nowadays.
I've made it a habit in these games like this, especially in games with rotten-ass communities, like All Points Bulletin. If someone kills me and it's a good kill, I'm impressed by it, I'll whisper him, I'm like, hey, man, that was awesome, good job. And you'd be surprised by the people who reply to me back, like, fuck you, you piece of shit, you're just fucking scum, and things like that. I'm like, dude, I'm giving you a high five because that was awesome. Soften the fuck up, it's a video game.
A lot of people, it's like that. I just want to be like, dude, kill yourself.
Yeah.
And just do the rest of the race a favor and fucking kill yourself because you're bringing this whole vibe down.
180% of these people don't have the fucking balls to say any of this to someone's face in real life.
No, that's why they get on the fucking computer.
They're keyboard warriors, They're monitors with their shield.
It gets on my nerves.
The day that
man.
we invent a way to punch someone through the monitor is the day that this shit stops.
That'll be the end. That will officially be the end of that.
Yeah. So what you got else?
Dude, I literally ranted about everything I had. The only other things is these inbred fuckers that go to swap meets and shit, or outdoor flea markets, and the people. I don't like the people that leave their fucking games out in the sun to sell them. Everything's sun bleached.
Full price usually.
Yeah, that's a common problem when you're game hunting. That drives me crazy.
Yeah, it's rusted, and you can't even tell what fucking game it is, but I want mint condition price.
People that think they know more about everything in gaming. I mean, that's anything in general, but people that deem themselves historically accurate on fucking video gaming, that shit gets on my nerves.
We've had an encounter with this. People who who exaggerate their connections and I don't know, involvement in the gaming community, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
People who are involved in a lot of companies, supposedly. Just
so y'all know, giving money to a Kickstarter account does not entitle you to be a fucking influential member of that staff or team.
Yeah.
Because Kickstarter is a donation, not an investment.
Exactly.
Like, you know, sorry.
That's the breaks.
You know, don't sit here and pretty much tell us you own a fucking company when you've spent maybe $30 toward them. You know, don't fucking
you're not.
Don't do that.
You're not a valuable team member. You're a donator.
Yeah.
Which there's nothing wrong with donating and being a donator. Just be upfront.
Not at all.
You know.
Don't try to put emphasis on you about how big of a deal you are.
Yeah.
Just stop. That's pretty much all I had.
Kill stealing fuck bags. I hate kill stealing fuck bags. Have you encountered kill stealing fuck bags?
I have in some of the endeavors I've played. You wear somebody down and this little Johnny Appleseed Cocksmith just flies in.
Now sometimes,
jacks
a lot
kill.
of times, and especially in the first-person shooter, since it's an accident, everyone who's not on my team in the first-person shooter is an enemy, and I kill them. I don't care how much damage they got. You know, I shoot them. But
that's the way it should be.
There are people who will wait for that last fucking moment to get the kill steal, especially in games where that kind of thing affects your scoring.
Yeah.
MMOs is really bad about that too. You're like you're waiting. You've been waiting all day for a fucking monster, some kind of monster to spawn. Some dickbag just runs up as soon as it spawns and takes it out, or grabs its aggro, whatever you'd want to say.
Yeah.
He gets all the credit for it, and you've been sitting there waiting for it all goddamn day. It doesn't even apply to Rocket League. I can't count how many times I've made a shot at the goal. Ball was going to go in there 100%, no question it was going in there.
Yeah.
Some fucker my team runs by and bumps the ball to get the credit for it. I'm like, you motherfucker. You could have just let it roll in there. That was my shot. I made it from all the way across the goddamn map, but you had to fucking bump it. You sack of shit.
That kind of shit does get on my nerves quite badly.
Yeah.
It happens to me on GTA sometimes.
I bet it does.
Well, people get bounties on there, and you can go kill them and get the bounty. You'll go kill somebody, and this motherfucker be running wildly around the map. You finally kill them, and somebody be waiting right there, and as soon as you grab the money, you run to get the money, they'll fucking gank your ass and take it. I'm just like, you punk it, and then they'll run back to their goddamn garage or apartment and go in where you can't do nothing to them and just leave the game. And I'm just like, hope you get hit by a fucking car on your way to Suckville in the morning. Yeah. Asshole.
Throw yourself in the traffic.
Yeah, if I was you, here's a tip. Walk your fat ass in oncoming traffic. To go with your $15 an hour wants.
Oh, man. I think that about wraps me up for this kind of thing.
Me too.
Most of my willings and dealings with fuck bags and games has been over online games over the years. I have a lot of stories I could share about Ultima Online, but Ultima Online is like a Wild West. I don't want to bitch about it, because that's what makes the game good.
Yeah.
Because there's so many, because you can be such a fuckbag and, kill people and take everything they own and things like that. But that's part of what makes the game what it is. It's not Pussyville World of Warcraft.
Yeah, you can't just fucking die and wait back up.
Well, here's the thing. If you talk like a dickbag in Ultima Online, I'll fucking stab you in the face and take everything you own. How about that shit? So it ain't like these other games. You actually have a lot more feeling of community in that game.
Straight out of Ultima.
Yeah.
God damn, that's a thing I wish would just be over with.
Yeah, that meme's getting old rather quickly.
It is very. I'm kind of ashamed of myself for even bringing it up. I brought it and Neo up.
Yeah.
Damn it. Well, we got another little section of the show where Brandon does a review for a video game, and it is called Shit or the Shit.
Yeah. Shit or the shit. I bring you a game, and I'll let you know if it's shit or these shit. Very binary. You know, I have been doing digital card games. I'm doing one more. At least one more. I haven't had enough time to spend with it. Because I'll be honest, I got kind of tired of just doing nothing but card games. So I'm going to take a break. Next week I'm going to bring in a card game. But this week is Neverending Nightmares. It's an independent game. It's done with pretty cool looking hand-drawn art. Like everything looks like a piece of paper that was drawn on almost. But it's a 2D horror game. And the concept of it's really good. Like the guy who made the game, he suffered from depression, OCD. Like, and he wanted to make a game that really expressed the way he felt and things like that. How he battles with those things, which I thought was cool. But he failed in delivering a game that did that. That I thought anyway. Maybe someone else would find it better.
Now he's just probably more depressed.
Yeah, he actually recently failed a Kickstarter for another game that was similar called Devastated Dreams, which I think he's still planning on making the game, which is going to take longer. But I'll save that for another episode. Neverending Nightmares is about a boy named Thomas who has a weird relationship with his sister/wife. I know that sounds weird.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the game starts off with, you know, him always saying his sister getting killed. And then later in the game, it's like, she's like, oh, I'm not your sister, I'm your wife. I don't want to say much more about that, because there's spoilers. But yeah, it's about this boy named Thomas, who's going through a series of nightmares where he continually sees himself or his sister get killed. And you play through these nightmares.
Oh, shit.
I wish I really wanted to like this game so much, but I couldn't. It's got very stagnant gameplay. You play as Thomas. I say a boy, he's actually like 18-ish, something like that.
Yeah.
Old enough to get married. Going through this house, the series of houses. At one point, it's an asylum. Just various nightmare sequences that get continually worse and worse the more you play. You basically just control them left and right, a little bit of up and down, and you just go around opening doors and shit happens. There's not much more to the gameplay. You can interact with some of the environment, which is like picking up an axe or a candle. They don't do a whole lot. I think the most environmental interaction I did in the game was at some point there's these giant ass cupboards or little closets or armoires. That's the word I'm looking for. Armoires.
Yeah.
You can actually get in them and hide while these giant ass monsters walk by. They usually like patrol a hallway or something, and you can hide in these armoires and let the monster pass and get out and run. I think I died once in this whole game. It was very fucking easy because the AI was so simplistic. Like they all just patrolled back and forth in an area.
Yeah.
Or were very exploitable somehow.
It's nothing like playing Alien Isolation.
No. The game was creepy, but it wasn't scary. It never scared me at any point. And I appreciate that he tried a departure from the shitty jump scare games that have plagued YouTube and stuff, like Five Nights at Freddy's. It's one of the worst. There's nothing but fucking
soon to be a motion picture.
Yeah.
By the way.
Nothing but fucking shitty jump scares. No sense of dread or anything. Like, if I wanted to point at a good horror game, I'd say Dead Space. I felt dread going forward in Dead Space. Like, part of me didn't want to continue playing because of what I knew it was scum. Because it was a good horror game. It was genuinely scary. This didn't have that. Everything looked creepy, but it was not scary. There was only like 3 or 4 different enemies in the game. Very sparsely spread out. Very easy to overcome. There's one of them that looked like a giant baby. Like imagine the Hulk with a baby face. Like a giant baby doll face. Creepy looking, definitely.
Yeah, that sounds fucking terrifying. But
it just went back and forth. If it saw you, it would kill you, but it's very easy to avoid. You heard it coming from a long ways off, so it was very easy to just get around. Yeah. There's another one that was some kind of weirdo in a straitjacket who had his eyes gouged out. He would patrol back and forth again, and every now and then it would stop and turn its head listening. Then you had to stop moving, or otherwise it would hear you and bite your throat out. Easy to get around because you just waited, you saw it perk its head up, you just stopped. And then there was some kind of creepy little girl holding a sword. You basically just had to exploit the spawn system, from what I understood.
Yeah.
By just walking back and forth on screen to get her to despawn, basically. I don't know. Maybe there's something more to that. I didn't know. That's how I dealt with it. I don't think there's any more enemies than that. You walked very, very slowly. And the developer said that was to represent how you dealt with depression, like when you suffer from depression.
You walk real slow.
Well, like it feels like you can't do anything.
Yeah.
And that's what he wanted to convey. He did convey it because I didn't feel like I was playing a fucking game or anything.
Nice.
It took for fucking ever to get from one screen to the other, and half the little hallways and stuff didn't have anything in them worth note. Like maybe some creepy paintings or something, but nothing that affected the game. Nothing
added to it.
Yeah. There's even some little stairways that you'd go down, and the only thing you couldn't even do, you couldn't run on the stairway or anything. You could just go down or up it very, very, very fucking slowly, and they added nothing to the game, and some of them were extremely long. Like it took me upwards of 2 minutes to traverse the staircase.
Yeah.
And it had some attempts at disturbing you that just, I don't know, seemed to fail, at least for me. Like at one part, you get to the end of a level, and your character Thomas looks down at his arm, and it goes to like first person view. He looks down at his arm and like digs his thumb into it and rips one of his veins out and kills himself. It sounds a lot more disturbing than it was. It just fucking failed at doing that. The only cool part about the game is just how the story progressed. Where his nightmares were seeing his sister die repeatedly, to finding out that it was, well, never mind. I'm not going to spoil it in case you want to play the game. You can get it kind of cheap. So, it did progress kind of interestingly, but it was a game. It was an interactive movie at best.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say Neverending Nightmares was shit. I don't recommend buying it. If you get it in a Humble Bundle or something really cheap, maybe try it. But it was shit.
Don't spend your hard-earned money.
I hate saying that about indie games because I like indie games, but it was shit.
Well, I mean, make a good indie game.
Yeah.
You know?
I appreciate that he tried to do new things, but I mean, he failed to deliver on it, in my opinion.
You'll have that occasionally.
Yep.
Well, you heard it there.
Mm-hmm.
It's shit.
It's shit.
At this point, we're down to pretty much the last segment of the episode. We're going to take we got a few calls.
Yeah.
I do believe, and we got a question to answer, so.
When did I do this in kind of a certain order? Let's get Jackson's call out of the way. Here's Jackson.
What's up, you goddamn sons of bitches? I got a question for you. It ain't about no goddamn stupid fucking video game.
But why are you calling a video game
I tell you
podcast?
what, it's got everything to do with
fuckwood.
Tolkien's Lord of the Rings universe, Middle Earth and shit. What is in the Lord of the Rings trilogy? What is your favorite battle? The battle for Helm's Deep? Between them Realm of Rohan and the orcs of Isengard? Or
I can tell you first fucking problem.
Fields between the city of Minas Tirith and the realm of Gondor.
Talking about
and
Middle
the
Earth.
orcs of Mordor and Minas Mogul. Let me know. I'd like to know your input on it. Bye.
Bye to you too, you hobbit fucker.
I can get down on some Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I like Lord of the Rings, but
you know, I'm fairly knowledgeable on its backstory. Like I know that Sauron is a bitch. Really, he's middle management compared to Morgoth, who is like Satan, basically. But anyways, to answer his question, I didn't really like the big battles in the book that much, or in the movies, because big battles in general aren't to me, I don't know, they just don't pull my interest that much. It's like seeing the sequence of shit. I'm not really invested in anything. Because it's hard to just play that number game, really.
Yeah.
But combat scenes, I guess you'd say, not in the movie, but in the book, where Bilbo encountered the trolls with the dwarves at the very close to the beginning of The Hobbit. They ruined it in the movie, in my opinion, but in the book, it was fucking awesome. Just the way Bilbo kept the trolls, or not Bilbo, Gandalf kept the trolls talking until sunlight and they turned to stone. That was really fucking cool.
I don't know enough about it to answer any of it. The greatest battle that I seen would probably be Peter Jackson's will to keep fucking making those movies. That was the greatest battle that I firsthand witnessed. Thanks for the call though, Jackson.
Yeah.
Of course. We do appreciate it.
Okay, we're gonna move on to alright, I got a call and reply to last week's Randall Stevenson call. I think I need to play last week's Randall Stevenson's call to give reference. So here's the call we got from Randall Stevenson last week.
This is Randall Stevenson from Sarasota, Florida. Just wanting to call and have y'all weigh in on an idea I have for our current online gaming community.
Oh,
I
fucking
think we should
e-prayer. I
implement
forgot
a
about
form
this.
of digital prayer, or e-prayer, if you will, for our games to stifle some of the evil little creatures we have playing against us. I was playing a game of Modern Warfare 2 the other day.
There's your first problem.
And I had a young man by the name of NoScope420 approach me and proceed to tell me that my deceased mother's vagina was crooked. And it was like fucking a corkscrew. Excuse me for the language. But I think maybe
I like how he
we
took the
implemented
time
something
to
like
excuse
the things
himself.
I see on Facebook. Like the picture I seen the other day, it was 1 like equaled 1 prayer, but 1 share equaled 100 prayers. And
You
I
sound
liked
so
that.
enlightened.
I liked it so much that I liked that share. And now I'm 101 times blessed. I feel so joyed. But I was just curious if y'all think this is something that should be
I
addressed.
feel so
It could
joyed.
possibly help the next generation not be raised to be a bunch of commie scum.
All
Stay
right,
American.
we got this call.
Oh my
In
god.
reply.
This is Betty. Evil Betty. I want to tell Randall Stevenson that he is dumb, and I will kill him. I'll kill him dead with a rock or something, like a stone. Anyways, I've got a prayer for you, Randall. Dear Lord, please fix Randall's mother's hunchback snatch. Fucking it had more curves than a roller coaster at a Six Flags.
What the fuck was that?
We got a new caller from Randall tonight, though.
Oh my god. Wait a minute. Who was
This
that?
is Randall
Betty, I
Stevenson
don't
from
know.
Sarasota, Florida. I had a question for Zangief this evening. You commie Zangief bastard. I just wanted to know if you think your pussy-ass home of Russia will ever take this great American country over.
Okay.
Well, alrighty then.
I guess we'll have to get Zangief to answer that question. We don't have a
Official
for
answer yet.
that right now.
That'll be next week. We'll get Zangief to
Yeah, and
answer
we'll
that.
replay that call. I got another question for Zangief, which he answered. Ricky asks Zangief, Zangief, you have personal experience with this. When Blanca releases his energy, does he electrocute his partner? If so, is this how he got your particular chest hair pattern?
This question is hard to answer. I have only seen Blanca go bang bang with his love gun 3 times. I will not go into details, but let's just
Thank
say he
God.
does not get a lot of second base.
Oh
As
shit.
for the second part of your question, my particular chest hair pattern came to me when I was a boy. I was visiting Russia's greatest hero's monument, Joseph Stalin, and I saw his chest hair, and I said to myself, Zangief, He is hero of Russia. You will one day be hero of Russia. You should have similar chest hair. And that is the entire story. Yes, as with all the rest, I will find you and kill you. Thank you.
Thank you, Zangief.
And Blanca called us.
Oh, God.
Zangief, when you're finished with Bear, come to my house and watch Lifetime movie. It is a chance of a lifetime. Shirtless Robert Downey makes Blanca so horny. Come on over.
This is getting...
Oh, God.
This is getting weird.
Shirtless Robert Downey makes Blanca so horny. That's fucking weird. I never thought I'd hear either of those like said together in the same sentence.
Their feud has turned into like an angry
romantic.
romantic.
Yeah. It's kind of gross.
Yeah, it's the angry, gross romance.
It's like hot and sweaty and full of energy, literally.
Yeah. And vodka.
Ugh, pile driving each other. Ugh. Never mind. I ain't gonna continue any further than that.
Good.
We got a question.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to call us, people. You can leave us questions on Facebook.
Yeah.
Website, email, whatever.
You can do it. Put your ass into it. I can do it. I put my back into it. The question we have of the night is from Alex, who's been a guest with us before, my cousin. If you were an NPC, what game would you be in, and what would your line of dialogue be to the main character?
Repeat that once more.
If you were an NPC, what game would you be in, and what would your line of dialogue to the main character be?
Oh, man.
That's a really good one.
I would be Dead Bandit number 332 in Sword of the Berserk. And my line would be, ah!
I think my NPC would be a drunk dude passed out at a fucking bar, and you approached him, and it would just be like ... And then if you approached him like 5 or 6 times, eventually he just pukes on himself, and it's just like a puke noise. I don't know. I don't know. I'd probably be like the bartender in the tavern, and if they approach me, I'd just be like, "Bitches ain't shit, but hoes and tricks."
I wish I would have mentioned this earlier, but you painting that like a RPG made me think of something. There are people out there who are pissed about Cloud cross-dressing in the Final Fantasy remake.
Yeah, I heard about this.
What the fuck is wrong with you people? He does that in the original game.
Yeah, I know. He does that to fucking get Tifa out of the whorehouse she ends up in.
Jesus fucking
The Honeybee
Christ.
Hotel.
Yeah. Get over it. God damn it. You don't have to be offended by everything. Just fucking deal with it. Suck it up and deal with it. God damn.
I'm offended that all you fuckers are a bunch of pussies.
Yeah.
That offends the shit out of me. Like, gross out of nuts.
Seriously, if your woman was trapped in a whorehouse, you wouldn't sack up and dress like a woman to get her out? Fuck you.
Yeah.
I would.
Well, fuck yeah. I'd do a lot of... Just put it this way. If that was my situation, there'd be a lot of dead people. Probably.
I picture myself being more like Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah. Yeah, just walk in there and kick ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be channeling my inner Kurt Russell or fucking Patrick Swayze.
But I live in real life where I'm not that badass, so I might.
I was thinking fucking Roadhouse, just roundhouse kicks for days on everybody. Throat rips and roundhouse kicks. Well, that brings us to about the end of our episode.
Yeah.
As always, you can follow us at goodolegamers.com. You can find us on Stitcher, on fucking YouTube now.
Yeah, iTunes,
tune in. Find us on all that shit. So there really is no reason that you shouldn't be listening to the podcast. You can find us on Twitch under the handle Good Ole Gamers Podcast, which we're actually probably going to stream.
Yeah, I think we're going to try that tonight.
I mean, this ain't going to fucking do anybody any good by this time next week.
We might throw out something on Facebook once we get it going.
Yeah.
Let everyone know, hey, we're on.
Yeah. stay tuned with us. More Good Ole Game Fest.
Speaking of, you'll be able. I'm gonna edit and save a highlight, so you'll be able to go back and watch it if you can't. If you don't catch our status tonight, so you can go to our twitch.tv/Good Ole Gamers and watch what we did.
Like I said a second ago, we're gonna have more Good Ole Game Fest updates coming. Stay tuned on that.
Like us on Facebook, Good Ole Gamers Podcast on Facebook.
Share our shit, and share us. That's all you gotta do. It's not
increases our visibility.
Yep.
Like even beyond just what you share, it makes because Facebook sucks. Facebook doesn't let our shit appear to our fans like you would think it was a normal thing. It's a very weighted system to try to make you purchase ads with them. You have to basically purchase ads to communicate with your own fans if you really want all of them to see it, which is bullshit, I think. So what you see on your news feed is randomly, kind of pseudo-randomly generated. It's done through an algorithm.
Yeah.
I think there's a way you can get 100% of our feed, but I can't tell you offhand what it is. You have to go through some hoops to do it, which is stupid.
Just fucking like us and share us. That's the main thing you can do to help us. Most definitely. Tell people about it, share it, like it, listen. Your ears will fucking thank you. If
you've been on Facebook and you're thinking, I haven't seen a Good Ole Gamers update in a while, actually search out our page and click on it. You'll probably see something. I do something fairly regularly on there.
Yeah.
You just might not have seen it because Facebook's bullshit.
Yeah, you got 200 other posts of people's fucking babies and
what they're eating, their kale and
the top 15 things from BuzzFeed you need to know for the day.
And their fucking memes with minions. That's gonna be goddamn right.
This man stuck a corn cob in his asshole, but what he did next amazed generations.
Yeah, BuzzFeed and minion memes I think are gonna be feature rage rants.
The internet's kind of a sad fucking place if you really think about it.
Yeah, it's a view into the consciousness of humanity, and it is horrible.
That's what we're here to try to save.
Yeah.
But anywho, find us on all of that shit. Like, share, do all the above. And as always, from us two fuckers here at Good Ole Gamers, game over, man. Game over.
Please don't go. The drones need you. They look up to you.